join us in the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sherry, would you call the roll, please?
Yes.
Dale, Gillespie.
Here.
Ball, here. Walker.
Here.
Steggy.
Here.
Kuczynski.
Okay, on the meeting agenda for tonight, we have the committee reports, A, water department report, your wage term reports included in your packet. B is the zoning administrator's report. C is the planning commission report and minutes. D is the zoning board of appeals. E, building and grounds committee minutes. F is the board of review. G, PEG. H is the DDA. And you have included in your packet the executive director's monthly report. I is the personnel committee. J is the regional resource recovery project. The sewer project, fire department, with the fire department 2018 roster included. M, the elections commission. Under new business tonight, we have A, consideration of approval of the presented resolution to set an alternate date for the July and December 2018 board of review. B is consideration of approval for an HP page-wide Pro 477 DW multi-function printer for the Nelson Street office from Jack Pine for $539.95. C is consideration to hire a part-time maintenance summer helper. D is consideration of approval for paint for the tennis courts in the amount of $2,436, which is for 63 gallons of paint at $38.99 per gallon. E is consideration of approval for an HP ProDesk 600G3 computer with Windows 10 for the township clerk from Jack Pine in the amount of $899.99. F is consideration of approval for a 42-inch by 26-inch single-hinge door message center from Jack Pine for the Nelson Street office for $499 and a 6-week turnaround on that. And then we have two items for addendum, and that would be G, consideration of approval of the sewer project draw 5 in the amount of $339,000. And H is consideration of approval to purchase 4 new gas meters in the amount of in the amount of $810 plus shipping for the fire department. If there are no other additions for the meeting agenda for tonight, I would entertain a motion for approval.
I so move.
I'll second.
Motion by Dean Cruz, support by Stagey to approve the meeting agenda for tonight. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Under the consent agenda for tonight, we have A, the minutes of the special board meeting held May 18th, 2018. B is the financial report. C is approval of the township general fund expenditures, including the fire department. Those checks are numbered 35560 through 35661. Accounts payable total $42,079.81. Payroll totals $14,245.19 for a grand total of $56,325. D is approval of the water department expenditures. Checks numbered 2472 through 2482 totaling $20,084.38. E is approval for the clerk to attend QBF training in Muskegon on 6/7/18 at no cost. F is approval for the Ragnar Relay Michigan long distance running race from Muskegon to Traverse City to pass on a course through Filer Township to be held September 28th and 29th, 2018. Proceeds will be donated to a designated charity. G is approval for a majestic indoor U.S. flag set from Carrot Top Industries for $154 plus shipping. And H is approval for two-drawer lateral file cabinet for the Treasurer's Office from Jack Pine in the amount of $419.99. If there are no other consent agenda items, I would entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make the motion.
I'll support.
Motion by Kolnowski, support by Chinsky to approve the consent agenda for tonight. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Under communications and announcements, you have in your packet the communications from the MRA regarding their summer activities. Public comment. Any public comment tonight? Okay, then moving into reports, committee reports. You've got in your packet the monthly plant report from Wade Trim for the month of April. Any comments or questions on that? Guess nobody knows, sure. Item B, you have your report from the zoning administrator included in your packet with the monthly activity for May. C, the planning commission minutes are included in your packet. And also D, E, your building and grounds regular meeting minutes from May 3rd are included in your packet. Board of Review did not meet. G, Peg Commission. There is a report included in your packet. Is there anything else that you wish to report, Keith?
Yes, I would. As some of you may know already, I'm retiring at the end of the month after nearly 15 years of doing this. I'd like to introduce Barry Lynn, who has kindly decided to take over as interim director of this program and do all the work that I was doing. Barry, you want to say anything?
I'll just say a couple words. I'm currently chair of the PEG Commission, and I volunteered my time to basically take on the interim role, partly so that there's someone other than a single person who knows the inner workings, B, to give us more time as we search for a longer-term solution to finding a director. So for the next few months, you'll see me here at your meetings, recording your meetings. So thank you.
Thank you, Barry. Welcome. We welcome you, Barry, and Keith. We thank you for your years of service and your commitment to the PEG Commission and getting the message of Filer Township out to our constituents.
Well, I appreciate that, and it was my pleasure serving you guys. Thank you very much.
Item H is your DDA meeting minutes in your packet from May 1st. And Cameron's with us. Is there anything you want to add to that, Cameron?
No.
Okay. And included in there, of course, is your monthly report from Cameron. I have the Personnel Committee's report, and Personnel Committee has not met last board meeting, as I recall. Regional Resource Recovery Project, anything happening there?
It has concluded. We should have Tammy take that off the agenda.
Okay. Is there a final report coming?
I haven't gotten one.
Okay, the sewer project is moving along and really moving at a pretty good pace, although the traffic at times is not moving at a real good pace in the area, but that's to be expected. I spoke with Brian Sousa today and I commented to him that I've really been impressed with, even though there's a traffic slowdown for what's happening. I think Elmer's is doing a fantastic job of controlling the traffic, regulating the traffic, and keeping it moving. Brian's reply was that MDOT is very happy, and so if MDOT's happy, you know they're doing a good job. They're not always easy to please, but it is moving, and they're right now in the process of bore and jacking the sewer main under 21st. I was told that probably by mid-month, Elmer will be putting on a second team to start working on the laterals. So that's pretty much the update on the sewer project for right now. Item L is the fire department report. Jim?
You have a report there that last month we had 17 calls for service, 14 medicals, 3 fires, of which 6 calls were to a rising point, giving us a total for the year of 132 runs so far. That equivalates to about 920 man-hours for those runs. We've had 22 Monday night meetings or trainings and or maintenance days at the fire station, which equivalates to 262 man-hours of either maintenance, and that is truck checks and taking care of the station and cutting grass and that type of thing. So the guys have been putting in a lot of hours, and we appreciate that. You also have the official roster for 2018, effective this month, June. There's 16. We're down to 16 members on our department for various reasons. We've lost a few, and so I would ask that the board approve the 16 members. We just currently, Kevin Ware, just currently passed his firefighter class, so he is now certified firefighter 1 and 2. Along with being an MFR. So all of our folks, except for the 2 newest ones, have some training under their belt and some sort of certification. So we do have 2 more prospects that we're looking at now. One is a nurse, so they have some medical background, which is going to help, and one is already trained in firefighter 1 and 2, so they'll be coming on board maybe with a full set of credentials, which will help us out also. So with that's the roster. Been getting a lot of calls about some burning permits. The burning permits have been closed for almost a month now, and so there is no burning as of yet, until some of this gets greened up yet a little bit more. So we haven't gotten enough rain. So I go by what the DNR has for the 5 counties as far as issuing burning permits, and so they haven't been. Manistee and the other 4 counties have all been closed for the last 20-some days. So They opened up once when we got that little bit of rain, and they closed it the next day. So there aren't any burning permits being issued at this point. So, and the gas monitor I see is under new business, so we'll let that go under new business. So unless someone's got any questions for me.
Your painting on the exterior of the building, you guys started yet?
No, we haven't got the paint yet. I see that at the special board meeting that it was approved to buy the paint for that. We haven't got it yet to start that project. So
Are you finished with the interior?
not quite. We got the assistant chief's office to do yet, and that should be all taken care of. So inside, we still got some cleaning up to do inside and some rearranging that we're doing. And had a meeting. We had an officer meeting last night, and we discussed some of the old turnout gear that we have and what to do with it. I'm not real positive as to what we're allowed to do as far as disposing of that equipment. It doesn't do us any good, and it doesn't do anybody any good in the state of Michigan because it's outside of its life expectancy of 10 years. There are some possibilities of maybe sending it out of state to a department that could use it. We have a little stricter rules than what some of the other states have. But right now we just got a bunch of gear that we need to get rid of. And so we're looking at some possibilities of how to get rid of that equipment without literally just throwing it away. I mean, it's to the point of where the state of Michigan will not let us use that equipment, and I'm talking about turnout gear. I'm talking jackets and pants and suspenders, boots. They won't let us use that equipment to train a probationary firefighter. He can't even take the class using that gear. That's how strict the state is about that. So, like I said, we probably have about, I want to say 15, 16 sets of turnout gear that we need to get rid of. And so the officers are working on trying to figure out a way on how to dispose of that. And hopefully, if someone can use it, we'd be more than willing to let them have it, because it's really the only option is to throw it away. That's the only option we have if someone can't use it. So, unfortunate as it is, I mean, it's in pretty decent shape. So, but it's still 10 years old, and they won't let us use it. So.
How about what the rental leader if they were to need stuff for a costume?
I'd be more than happy to donate that to the Ram still if they're willing to. Like I said, I'd be willing to if someone needs it if they want to use it for a display of some sort. Fire Prevention Week is coming up in October. You asked me that question. It's the week that the 9th is in of October. The 9th of October is Firefighters Day, so that week, I think that's a Wednesday.
That's a Tuesday, so the
Right.
week of the 8th.
Yeah, so that's the week of Fire Prevention Week. So I think we are going to be participating in the fair this year with the Firefighters Association, because the fair board is looking at having a safety day or a first responder day at the fair, and so I think we'll be participating in that. And so some of that equipment we can use for displays and that type of thing up there too. But again, it's just taking up an awful lot of valuable space in our station right now, just hanging there in the locker. So we did receive some new boots from a grant request that the Fire Association put in. We ended up with 7 pairs of boots that valued about $350 a piece. We ended up with 7 pairs of those that didn't cost us anything. That was through a grant through the Revenue Sharing Board that the Firefighters Association as a group, as a whole, put in that request. And we received a total of 70 pairs of boots. And we split that up, 65 pairs of boots, we split that up amongst the 12 departments. So we're doing everything we can to get stuff for nothing. So, and the monitors that we currently have are failing, and that's why there's a new one there. And we currently have 2 right now. The one that we're requesting we'll replace both of those. We'll only need one at that point. It's a state-of-the-art monitor. It takes a lot less calibration. You don't have to calibrate it twice a year. You don't have to calibrate every month like we've been doing. So the calibration kits and the time involved in calibrating those will be a lot less. So.
Any other questions for Jim?
Do we want to vote on?
Approve the roster then? Yeah. Are you
Yes,
making a
just-
motion, Dean?
I'll make the motion.
I'll support that motion. So we have a motion by Cruz, support by Walker, to approve the fire department's roster for 2018. Any discussion on that? Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. The Elections Commission did meet, didn't they now?
No, not the Elections Commission. They will be meeting sometime, probably in about a month, to hire election inspectors for the August election.
Okay, under new business for tonight, we have item A, consideration of approval of the presented resolution to set an alternate date for the July and December 2018 Board of Review meetings. And if you have a chance to read that, if not, take a moment to read it, and then I would entertain a motion for approval.
Did everybody see that they're messing around with that now at the state of Michigan? For the board's reviewing the whole thing?
The entire assessing function, yeah.
You must have gotten your MTA magazine today.
I'd make that motion to approve this resolution.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Ball, support by Stacy to approve presented resolution to set alternate dates for the July and December Board of Review meetings. Any further discussion? Okay, Shirley, want to call the roll, please?
Walker?
Yes.
Ball? Yes. Cruz?
Yes.
Kaczynski? Stacy?
Yes.
Malinowski?
Yes.
Okay, item B is consideration of approval for an HP page-wide Pro 477 DW multi-function printer for the Nelson Street office from Jack Pine in the amount of $539.95.
And this would be for the zoning administrator primarily, is
This
it?
would be primarily for the zoning administrator, and the assessor would also use it.
I'll make a motion that we buy this one.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Cruz, support by Stady, to approve the purchase of the HP page-wide Pro 477 multi-function printer in the amount of $539.95. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Item C is consideration to hire part-time maintenance, summer help, and you have in your packet 3 applications for review. The Personnel Committee made the recommendation to hire Stephen Carey. And this would be to begin work as soon as possible, pending results of a physical and drug screening.
use the requirements that the job set commission members that to be hired.
Stephen Carey.
And at a rate of,
It was advertised at $10 an hour.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Machinsky, support by Kalinovsky to approve the hiring of Stephen Carey at $10 an hour for part-time Senate help. Any further discussion?
Walker,
Yes.
Kalinowski,
Yes.
Cruz,
Yes.
Stady,
Yes.
Jacinski,
Yes.
Ball, yes.
Okay, item D is consideration of approval for paint for the tennis courts in the amount of $2,436. That is for 63 gallons of paint at a projected cost of $38.99 per gallon.
Of course, we have. Just up here.
That's just the one tennis court here at Oak Hill Park. That paint is a specialized skid-resistant paint. No, just that one court. And basically, the coverage on that, if I remember right, on the advertising was 80 square feet, 80 to 240 square feet per gallon, something like that. I know it's a lot less than what you typically see on house paint coverage. And when I talked with Don Moore about that, and that, like I said, it's a specialized paint for that purpose, he did say those coverage rates are pretty true, so you're not going to get anything in excess of that. And to be on the safe side, I use the lower figure in my calculations.
No, that's not applied at that price.
Pardon me?
Who's going to apply it?
Our summer help.
How many years do we plan to get out of this?
Pardon?
How many years is this expected to last?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you that.
A lot of it would depend, I suppose, on where.
Well, everything on the product description there, it gives information about, and it may have given life expectancy there. I don't know off the top of my head, but it talked about how it's very resistant to wear, to weather issues like sun and rain and so forth. It said it holds up extremely well under, and it's designed for outdoor purposes, for concrete, pavement, etc. We would need to, before we paint the court, it would have to be power washed, which these guys are doing, looking at it when I was taking measurements, it's going to have to be edged and everything too, because there's some grass and sod that's growing over the edges a little bit. But the court itself is in pretty good condition, considering its age. So we'll get it power washed, cleaned up really good. The plan is to put down the lining for tennis as well as for pickleball, because that has become so popular in the last 10 years. People are looking for courts to play on, so we decided to do that. I know we looked at Manastee's tennis courts, and they've done the same thing. They put added lines for pickleball as well. I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of 63 gallons of paint for the tennis courts at a cost of $2,436.
I'll second.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, we have a motion already.
Oh, I'll second it.
Motion by Walker, support by Ball, to approve the purchase of paint for the tennis courts at a cost of $2,436. Any other discussion on that?
If you're going to have a tennis court, you should maintain it, so treat them use it.
Yeah. Okay. You want to do a roll call again?
Walker,
Yes.
Machinsky,
Yes.
Kalinowski,
Yes.
Stady,
Yes.
Ball, yes, Cruz.
Yep.
Okay, item E is consideration of approval for an HP ProDesk 600 G3 computer with Windows 10 for the Township Clerk in the amount of $899.99.
I'll make the motion, we go ahead and get that.
I'll second.
Motion by Kalinowski, support by Stiggy to approve the purchase of an HP ProDesk 600 G3 computer with Windows 10 from Jack Pine in the amount of $899.99. Any further discussion?
That's for the election stuff, Mr. Chairman?
Yep, at first, it was, yep.
And your current setup won't handle all the new demands?
It won't, I won't be able to print without the Explorer 11, which I can get on Windows 7.
Right. Okay, all those in favor of the motion on the floor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item F is consideration of approval for purchasing a 42 by 26 inch single hinge door message center from Jack Pine in the amount of $499 for the Nelson Street office location.
Is that a wall mount or is that freestanding?
Looks to be freestanding.
Freestanding, yep.
Where's the location going to be? I know Nelson.
I know where it's not going to be. It's not going to be someplace that we can't get to in the winter. So we'll have to look that over, but
Why don't we put something?
probably at the end of the parking lot or something. And their parking lot would always be plowed.
You know, I'm not sure if this is going to be freestanding or wall mounted. I know.
Well, don't we have
Talking with
right
Tammy
there?
about it, I thought she said,
Looks like it's,
Looks like it's freestanding.
Looks like it's-
oh yeah, okay, the one that she did highlight is freestanding.
Looks like it's this
I know
one.
we had discussions about where to attach it, so yeah, the location is going to be important, particularly in the wintertime. So we'll have to watch where we put it, I guess.
Okay. We certainly don't want to have it run over a couple of times.
No. Well, and I'm after this past winter, with snow plowing down there, I think my thought is to have our help blow that snow in the winter, unless we just get a really heavy amount, and then not to plow that sidewalk like they did this year, just below the sidewalk and entrance to the building. Only plow the driveway, but even that, I really think we can deal with that.
Looks like it's this one.
those are nice.
I'll make a motion to purchase the sign.
And I'll support that motion. So we have a motion by Paczynski, support by Walker to purchase the single hinge door message center from Jack Pine, freestanding one in the amount of $499 for the Nelson Street office. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item G, we have consideration of approval of the sewer project, draw 5, in the amount of $359,000. And the summary sheet is included for you.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Okay, we have a motion by Steggy, support by Hachinsky to approve the sewer draw 5 in the amount of $339,000. Any other discussion? Okay, Shirley, you want to do a roll call, please?
Ball, yes. Walker,
Yes.
Stady,
Yes.
Kaczynski,
Yes.
Kalinowski,
Yes.
Cruz,
Yes.
Okay, an agenda, addendum item H is consideration of approval to purchase 4 new gas meters in the amount of $810 plus shipping for the fire department.
How many did you say?
I think I said
Just
4.
one.
Okay, I'm just reading the, is the amount correct, Jim?
Yeah, $810 a piece. We're just ordering one.
Okay, maybe this is a typo then, but it says 4. Okay, so let's rephrase that. Consideration of approval to purchase 1 new gas meter in the amount of $810.
I so move.
I'll second.
Motion by Cruz, support by Kalinowski to approve the purchase of a new gas meter in the amount of $810 plus shipping for the fire department. Any discussion or questions? Okay, all those in favor of the motion on the floor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Public comment?
I just have a question. How many summer help are we hiring?
2. Well, we approved the hire of 1 at our
Special board meeting.
special board meeting, and his hire was approved, but he, in the interim, between interviewing him and approving his hire, he broke some joint on his fingers in a cast. He has a doctor's appointment, and I guess this, I haven't shared with the board yet, he has a doctor's appointment scheduled for July 11th. And the thought was with all the work and the nature of a lot of the work that we have, this will be going well into September, if not through October, and depending on what happens in November. So I asked him to get back to me after his doctor's appointment and let me know if and when he would be available, and we'll determine whether it would make sense to go ahead with his hire. And then the board approved the hire of a second individual tonight. And the thought on that, Jim, is the amount and the type of work that we're going to have them doing. 2 is going to work out much better in terms of getting things done, and then also with safety issues. Some of the things we're going to be having done will be out at the booth there. And we just felt...
So they're going to be working at the same time then?
Yes.
Like
they'll work-
part-time, so it's like 20 hours a week or 24 hours a week?
It'll be in the neighborhood of 20 hours per week. Any other public comment? Okay, anything else to come before the board? Tonight, Dean, do you have anything?
No, my granddaughter's really upset about them taking all their pipe and stuff from that field.
The playground is
The
gone.
playground is slowly but surely,
You just gotta find a new location.
she almost cried today when she saw one going. I'm going,
There's plenty of it around. Dale, do you have anything?
No.
Shirley?
Nope.
Tom?
Nope.
Tom?
No.
I have nothing else for tonight. So with that, I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
I so move.
Second.
Motion by Cruz, support by Palmowski to adjourn the board meeting. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.